I joined the Army in September 1990.
You can't touch this. No! You can't touch this.
So the reason I joined the Army was a couple of reasons. At the age of 19, I had a daughter and I knew I had to provide for her. That was the first reason. Second reason was my uncle, Thurman, told me, he said, son, if you want to make something out of yourself, you need to get away from the state of North Carolina. And the third reason why, my dad served in Vietnam, and I had two uncles that was already serving in the military. My dad had told me about Vietnam, and then I actually went to visit my uncles when they was down at Fort Polk, and I kind of got an experience of what the Army was like by watching them. My first duty assignment was in Kitzingen, Germany, in 4388, and I was a Stinger crew member. The reason why I picked 88 is because when I went to the recruiting station and they were showing me all the jobs, I thought it would be cool to shoot a Stinger missile. So that Stinger missile caught my eye, and I was like, yep, this is what I wanted to do. Well, believe it or not, my first mentor in my unit was a PFC. And it was PFC Jason Williams, which was my Stinger team chief at the time. You know, it was kind of unusual to have a PFC in charge of a private. So the way that he mentored me to take charge and learn my job really stuck with me throughout my military career. So it was very rewarding to have that guy as my first leader in the Army. I would tell anybody that joins the military, become a leader is not just about what you wear on your chest. You know, you got to look at the characteristics, the leadership's abilities, and what folks are putting out there to try to make sure that you're successful. And one thing that I can say about PFC Williams, now retired Sergeant First Class Williams, was he never made it about himself. He only wanted to see me grow and become a better soldier. So that's when I really respected that guy. And I knew that, you know, it wasn't about the rank that you wear on your chest. If I could go back and tell myself anything now, I would tell myself when I first joined to take it seriously. Because as a 19-year-old, you're coming in and saying that, you know, this is something to do. And if you should take it seriously from the start with. Other thing that I would tell myself is that the Army is a great foundation for anybody to start. Coming out of high school, it's a great foundation, whether you decide to stay for 20 years, 30 years, or whether you decide to do your time and get out. It sets the foundation for you going back into the civilian world. When I decided I want to make the Army career was in 1997. I had a first sergeant at the time, now retired Sergeant Major Rowland, called me in my office, called me in his office. He was up for re-enlistment. I was up for re-enlistment. And I told him I wasn't going to re-enlist. So I stayed in his office for 2 hours. And he gave me the pros and the cons of staying in the Army. And he told me I had the potential to be successful in the Army. So by him having that confidence in me and seeing that I had the potential to be a successful leader in the Army, that's why I decided to stay. Oh man, countless changes. We've been through a couple of uniform changes. But the biggest thing I can say that changes the mission of the Army has completely changed. And since September 11th, I think that's when the whole mission set of the Army changed and the way that we fight now. I would say that since that time, I think the leaders have become better since September 11th. And I think we put more emphasis on training since the World Trade Center happened. Now with all the stuff that's going on in space, we have a different type of enemy now. I had a lot of different experiences. I would probably say the most rewarding experience was I got an opportunity to serve with my son in Japan. He decided to join the Army and he became an air defender, and we were stationed together in Okinawa, Japan. I think it was, for me, it was good because I got an opportunity to see him every day. And I think it was, for him, it was probably a little more pressure considering that his dad was a first sergeant in the same battalion that he was in. And folks kind of looked at, hey, your dad is here. And I think he felt the pressure like that he couldn't do anything wrong because, his dad would find out. The second experience, I would say, when I was a young sergeant first class, I got assigned to an 88 platoon in Fort Stewart, Georgia. And I was just coming out of ANOC, and we had this change from an air defense platoon to a cavalry scout platoon, so which was a whole new mission set for everybody. But the rewarding thing about that was I actually deployed a platoon to Iraq, and I had a young lieutenant, Lieutenant Alvin Lewis. I call him my own because that was my first lieutenant I had as a sergeant first class. And I think the experience that we went through, it bonded us all together. Everybody came back home safely, and the relationships that I built with that platoon till today, I actually still talk to some of those guys, and that makes it the rewarding part of the job. So I just know I put it down, when you do CSL, you put down your choices from 1 to whatever brigades are open, and I put 1st Space Brigade down as my first choice. First, being in space has been both rewarding and challenging. The challenging part was not knowing anything about space and coming to this job, so I was getting fed through a fire hose, trying to learn all the terms and the mission sets and all the other stuff. The most rewarding part is now that I've learned it, and now that I can go out and talk to soldiers about it intelligently, as well as speak to anybody about space. That gives me a sense of pride that I can say that for so many years I was an air defender, and now I came to the opportunity to do space, and now, I ain't gonna say I mastered it, but I'm pretty confident in my abilities in the space world now. After the Army, I know I'm definitely looking forward to not having a cell phone tied to my side. I'm definitely looking forward to spending time with my wife and my kids and my grandkids. We all missed out on a lot of birthdays, holidays, anniversaries, and all that stuff, so I'm looking forward to making up some of that time. I haven't really made a decision yet on what I want to do. So I know I have a lot of opportunities, different career fields that I can go in when I retire, but I haven't made a decision yet. The soldiers, the officers, NCOs, and soldiers that I came across, they made Sergeant Major Bell. Without their support, I wouldn't be sitting here where I am today. And if anything that I could tell people that's coming through and going through their military career, never make it about you. Because at the end of the day, it's making whoever that you're in charge of better. Even if they pass you with going through the ranks, never make it about you.
So I'd like to give a special shout out to Command Sergeant Major Bell as he rapidly approaches his retirement after 30 honorable years of service to our great nation. Command Sergeant Major Bell and I have served the last 2 years together in command, traveled to 11 different countries, 17 different locations. So I've spent more time with this man over the last 2 years than really anybody else in my life. So he is a confidant, a trusted agent, just a great man, a great Command Sergeant Major. So Command Sergeant Major Bell, thank you to you and your family for service to our nation, and I wish you the best in the future.
CSM, hey, congratulations on your retirement. Thank you for your service, 30 years of service. That is. Thank you for all your leadership, your guidance. I've learned a great deal of stuff that I've added to my toolkit, certainly since working here with you, serving with you here at the brigade. Congratulations again on your retirement. Best wishes to you and your family. And I would say go Tar Heels, but I'm going to say go Razorback.
Watch that house! Touchdown Hogs! Holy hog!
Pig sweet!
Hey, good morning, Sergeant Major Bell. I just want to congratulate you on your retirement and thank you for all the mentorship and staying on me to make sure I did what I needed to do as the battalion CSM. I wish you the best in your future endeavors and thank you again very much for your leadership.
Sergeant Major Bell, man, what can I say? It's been a while since I've known you, man, and all I can say is that one, you're a Tar Heel fan. I know now that you're ready to retire out the military, you're going to have the optimum time to be a 100% cheerleader for them. So all I can say is, over time, half me and my wife, and my family, we appreciate what you've done for our nation, and most of all, for our branch. You, without a doubt, a professional. You're committed, you're funny, you're down to earth, and I can say you are a friend. And so I always value your friendship. It's not about being also in uniform, but also being a friendship. So I thank you for everything you've done. Godspeed to you and your family as y'all continue on your endeavors. But always know you're never forgotten. Like the song say, old soldiers never die, they fade away. You're not even fading away, man. You're gonna still be engaged in the military base as you transition with your program. And if I can do anything for you, let me know. Take care, Godspeed. Number love for y'all, man, and security high ground always. Thanks.
Sergeant Major, you leave for the day? Yes, sir. Ladies, carry on.